Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video will be on how to create a cookie cutter Django project for beginners. So before starting this video, in case if you are new to my channel, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel. So now let's get started towards the video. So first, we will open our VS Code. So we will do a new window. We will open our terminal and we will do ELS. So first of all, we will activate our environment variable. So I have shown you the video on how to activate environment variable, and I will provide the link in description. So here we will do source env / bin activate. So here we have activated our environment variable, which is very necessary. So I have given you a blog on how do you create a cookie cutter project for absolute beginner. So here is the documentation. You can go forward and I'll show you the steps and procedures. So first of all, we'll copy this and we will install this. So here it is getting downloaded. So I'll clear the screen. Okay, our next thing is we need to clone this project. So this is basic method you need to do for everyone. So you just give yes. If you're doing it for second or third time, you will get this, and or else you can. So here we need to give a project name. So we will give, this is a by default project name, you can give anything. So as you can see here, this has become small letters. So basically project select should be in small letters. So we will just, and then this is my awesome, just so here it is, and we can give any email, you can give your email ID. So this is the version. And now as you can see here, this is a license, just by default it is 1, just click on it, and then time zone, keep it as it is. If you're using Windows, do yes or else no. So it is by default N, so I'm doing N. And then PyCharm, no, I'm using VSC. If you want to use Docker, you do yes. So here it is no, you can write N as well as leave as it is. So here as you can see, Postgres is very important, and go for the default 1. And then next go to the default things, just press enter. And see, as you can see over here, the cloud provider, I will go for 1, which is AWS. Let's just clear this. And so here they have given us the mail service, just go by default. No, if you want to use DRF, so you can use DRF. I'll go for yes. No, 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 yes, go for Sentry, yes. White noise, no. Yes, we want to deploy it in the Heroku, yes. Yes, keep envs, yes. Debug, no. So here we are, we successfully created our project. So here we will just open our project. So this was our example project. I'll open it. As you can see here, a hell lot of files have been generated. So we will do Django admin start app example app. Hey guys, so here we can created app also. So as you can see, we have init.file, admin, apps, models, test, everything we have. So guys, when you are done with creating project and app, now comes the main part. So we will just go to our this thing blog. So as you can see, we have created a project and we have did cd, ls and everything. So now we will do these things. So first we will do git init. So we have initialized the entry repository. So we need to add a git dot. So this also we have done, and we will commit it. Okay, so as you can see here, now next we will go to our locally developing. So this is the main website of Django. So we need to create a virtual path, as you know, like we have already created. So the second thing is we need to create a requirement.look. This is very important. It installs all the requirements for our project. So as you can see, we have installed all the necessary requirements by requirements.txt. So after this, the main thing is pgadmin. So we will go to pgadmin server to create a DB. Go, and then here you can create your own server as well. So in this we have DBs. So either you can use this command, or else you can create the DB directly. So I'll use already created do python manager.py run server. So as you can see, this is the important error. So this error indicates that no password is supplied to our pgadmin. Okay, so we need to put our password in the Postgres, and I'll give the format below. So I'll just show you. So as you can see over here, in our base.py we have put our Postgres password and as well as the name of the DB which we created in pgadmin. So we will run this python manage.py. So as you can see, we have successfully implemented. We will do command link. So here is our example project which we created. If you do /admin, so you can log in into here and create a super user.